Guys, so Junoon session 4 part 2 through popular demand we've got Premal who's going to join us again for a few more minutes. He's been really kind enough to try and get all the questions that were asked that time. We missed out and we were just running out of stories and just running out of time, actually not sorry stories. We're running out of time. So just give us 5 minutes. Premal is going to be on board again. We're going to ask him a couple of other questions that we've been sent. And there, Premal's back. Okay, I'm just gonna get him on. He's back. Hey, sorry.
No
So,
stress, no stress.
I was just telling them, Premal, through popular questions and demand, people have asked Premal to be present again. So I said, what better time rather to do it right now itself? So quickly, what we're gonna do is we did leave out a few things we're gonna discuss now. What I'm gonna do is okay. Two things that I wanted to ask you very important.
Oh, sorry.
Lot of the trend currently that we're seeing, is moving from the normal film screen to digital right now, and especially now with the lockdown that's come about. How is all this going to change when slowly things start getting back to the new normal? And how is this going to be all pushed out? Basically, the customer, what sort of experiences is he going to expect now from this whole cinematographic world?
Sorry, bro. Can you just come back again? I just totally missed it. मैंने पूरा
Oh,
setup हिला दिया था
oh,
यहाँ से.
no, sorry, sir, no stress. So I was saying that currently, in the last few years, a lot of the trend has shifted from the normal film industry to the OTT platforms, and a lot of digitalization is happening in terms of the filmmaking process also. So, how is that sort of going to change now once, because of COVID, a lot of things have affected your cinemas, your going out to places, and your shoots also, obviously. So probably a two-part question. One would be, what do you think is going to happen in the, post-COVID new normal time for the whole digital era? And second would be, what's happening with the shoot, the going on sets, and have you all started shooting? Where's the motivation going to come from there now?
So now see, it's gonna be a new way, a new era of working. Trust me. This is what I have learned in past 3 months. Because suddenly post COVID we had I had 4 projects which I was supposed to do. I had done recce for it as well. And then it turned out to be like lockdown, and suddenly everything stopped. And then in 15-20 days we came to know all projects are cancelled. Right. Now this was
Okay.
like it's a heavy duty straight away. Like even I had never faced this thing. I was like, suddenly now there is no work, or what is this thing? It just few days went into calibrating. You calibrate, right? So it went into this calibration of like how this thing is gonna work. So eventually it's great that a lot of people started doing projects and stuff with phones. You know, like suddenly I started getting calls. आपके पास iPhone है क्या? आपके पास खुद का camera है क्या? And I was like, I have an iPhone, but I don't have my own camera. I don't own any own camera because everything works on rental business in cinematography.
Correct. Correct.
You know, cameras are upgrading every 6 months, so you cannot stick to
Yeah.
one camera and have that. So it,
Hmm.
it keeps upgrading it. So I was like, okay, cool. So suddenly they started throwing scripts. Like I did one script in past like a month back for Bajaj Alliance, where everything was to be done being at home on a Zoom call. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
In
you coordinated the whole shoot through Zoom. I think we sort of lost Premal there for a minute.
sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
sorry. Okay, so I'm saying you coordinated the whole shoot through Zoom.
Yes, the entire shoot was coordinated on Zoom call. I as being a DP, I always help in making storyboards. You have storyboards. I think we missed out on a lot of points in the video. 1 hour is too less. I really want to talk about
Yeah,
storyboarding, like the pre-production, post-production process, production process,
yeah.
a lot of stuff. So I would say that it was basically I always help in making a storyboarding where I have a storyboard artist and we visualize a particular shot and we draw it and then we do a recce where we go to a location and visualize, okay, this is going to be the lighting, this is going to be the fields, this is going to how the shot will work. But initially, that this time now I have to be at home and do everything. We have a script which normally comes to you post COVID also, pre COVID also, same script. Okay? Like there is an OTS shot, over the shoulder shot, there is a close up, there is an extreme close up, there is an insert shot, but now I am not physically there. Right. So I had to basically, I never, after my BMM, I never touched PPT presentation. Okay. So after 12 years, I have to get back on again on PPT presentation and try to learn this software again and make like, you know, I asked them, I need a walkthrough of your house so that I know how your house looks. And then according to the walkthrough, taking the screen grabs, this shot can be done here, this shot we can done here, this shot we can done here. So eventually I had to make like a whole PPT presentation where I have this shots here, this shots here, this shots here, and then with the director, we discussed it being at home. Okay, I'm thinking about this. Okay, we are ready with everything. We know what shots we want. We know what dialogues we have everything ready. Now who will operate it? Okay, it's not like the cast is in Agra and I'm in Bombay, right? Now this is also a big question mark. Who's going to operate it? So then you have to basically help. I had to train that cast ki wife. I told her, ma'am, are you comfortable with iPhones? Are you comfortable with that? So she's like, yes, I am comfortable with, but I don't know the filmmaking perspective. So then here comes, as we were discussing in our previous, just few minutes back about on our Insta Live, that how you have to be an humble person and a tech gravy person. So like, you know, this also came here where now suddenly I had to do a personality development course with that auntie to to teach her, okay, hold it, because normally people hold the phone like this straight. Just now how we are vertical 9:16, but we want to shoot is 16:9 aspect ratio, right? So now how that, so always people are used to holding the phone like this. So I have to teach her, please never hold the phone straight. We want a like not a vertical, we want a horizontal view. Focus it, keep the thumb click there so it will focus it, and only take the exposure not of the window, take the exposure of the artist. So all these things I had to do a tech run before the day of shoot with her. You know, a completely new way of working, man. Totally back. Even I had to adapt this style in me. You know how it is. Like you cannot just like straight away go and shoot. You need to adapt. Okay, this is gonna be like this. And when I'm learning, because I'm not used to of being like that. So when I'm learning myself, how I will teach her to learn to do operate a camera. You know. But it was so great. In 3 days of shoot, on the third day, she's saying, "Premal ji, मैं आपका काम छीन लूँगी बॉम्बे आऊँगी तो."
Oh, wow.
I mean, she learned that well. She adopted that well. You know.
That's good. As you said, you being sort of that very point of being humble, and the way you could teach her, guide her, probably make her understand the particular best output that you could get out. I'm sure that's what also motivated her, because sometimes you don't have a good teacher, who could be there just to explain the work to you. And this is not something which was her cup of tea any which ways. So for her also being a challenge, and then getting a good teacher was very important, which she was lucky enough to have, you to get it explained and understand.
Oh, I had to encourage her all the time. Madam, क्या shot लिया? Perfect shot. You know, and they were sending the shot. जैसे shoot किया WhatsApp पे भेज रहे. तो हम लोग ने group बनाया था. So it was also like, okay, I'm seeing the shot. Okay, it's fine. And the director is texting me, can we do a little bit this way? And then there is agency, there is client, there is AD, and there are like 14, 15 people on Zoom call. And we are trying to manage the shoot happen where everybody is at home. But it's a new way, it's a new era. You cannot stop working. As I told you, creativity is all about not stopping. It's always you have to upgrade. Yeah. So this was an instant upgrade for me. It was not like on the spot where I can go on YouTube or I can call some people and ask them like, hey, can I just like, how can I do this? How can I do that? This was something where everybody is not used to of it. You know, so it was a great thing to like adopt a new way of style and we managed to get the film done. We got the film done. It's under post-production right now. They will release it soon, you know. Then that's how you basically get these things. Like, you know, if suppose you are normal shooting and you can call your seniors, you know, like now see Colston Julian, one is a great photographer, like since working since like 25 years. You know, if I'm somewhere at co-finding it somewhere, I can ask him like, you know, for the guidance. These are the two guys in my life who has really helped me to grow. Is like one is Colston and one is Sejal Shah. He's a DP as well, a well-known cinematographer, and I met him on set as a second camera. And Sejal Shah, and it also worked very well because Gujju connection, Gujarati,
हाँ आपने
Bhaila.
काम कौन किया आपने
अरे भाईला तू Philippines underwater तू watch है ये तो मैं I've never heard all this that so it was great and he also gave me a lot of boost in life. He's like, even though I'm doing a second camera, but he like one day of working with him, he told me on the second day, like, I think, you know what, you take care of this scenes, I'll take care of that scenes. Now no more that you are shoot, I have this my frame, तू वहां से एक और frame ले, नहीं, तू दूसरा scene shoot कर. He got that confidence. He gave me that confidence. Like, you can do it for sure. Go handle a whole scene together. You need. See, these are angels in life who come and who
yeah
give you a booster.
and
That's
you
the main thing.
correct and you may never know when they come right because out of nowhere sometimes they're like yes this guy is the one who inspired me and when you least expect it someone's come there and given you that
Yeah, yeah.
guiding things by
That's
you can do it Premal. Go ahead.
That is very true. That is very true. Like, they just come. They just come. And I think you associate. That's why you have to be a great energy by your own self. You know,
Correct.
to have that thing in you of always greedy to do something new, always greedy to do something different, and always greedy to deliver. The main thing is
Yeah.
always deliver. You
Deliver.
cannot leave anything halfway. You have to deliver, right? So this is the thing where people like him came. I did a project with Kosin Juneoon with Rohit Sharma, where he's doing the photography part and he's also directing a video film of it, right? So now that time now also there should be a sync. We are working for the first time with each other, right? You need to have that sync where he's happy with you and you are happy with him. Where you also get this feel like, Arey, yaar, he has the same thought process about lighting. I think he loves contrast lighting and I love contrast lighting. Then I try to deliver that in a different style. Like there was one shot of Rohit Sharma where he's just looking at the lens and I wanted to do some shimmers of lighting. So we quickly thought of like, let's take a mobile phone, take a bottle of water, put a light down here and like just play around here, just do this around his face. And you get that
Right.
shimmers of that face on the water. Now that is something which came impromptu. And until
Correct.
unless you are not greedy to do something new, greedy to deliver, greedy to do something different, you will not get this idea. Right?
Yeah,
So
and that too on set with a collaborator, immediately your idea clicked.
exactly, like it's like imager effect. You have to do it on the spot. So keeping the COVID scenes also in mind. So it's gonna be different. It's gonna be a little bit strange. Things will come back to normal. I feel I'm not a big scientist here who's talking about hopefully vaccine comes soon where we are all safe. But initially in life, till the time it does not come, we have to adopt a new style of working. You cannot just like give a break and say stop, full stop there and like अभी मैं क्या करूँ घर पे बैठ के नहीं आप घर पे बैठ के भी बहुत कुछ कर सकते हो. You can
Yeah,
watch films, you can watch different stuff online, you can take your learnings, you can do your theory work, and then once you get an opportunity, put that theory knowledge into practical. you know
correct, correct.
and if you're not getting the opportunity to
Yeah,
go on set, be at home, try to work it around on Zoom. So I did that only. I had to make a PPT presentation and and I was also laughing at my own self. Like, क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं PPT बना रहा हूँ life में कभी नहीं किया ये. लेकिन it worked. It worked. So basically, during this kind of situation where we all are new to, we all are not used to, you cannot just give up. You cannot give up. Come on, you never have to give up. You always have to be charged about learning and be greedy to do something new. कि करेगा
yeah.
ऐसा सिचुएशन है तो मैं इसको भी फाइट करेगा लेकिन मैं काम नहीं
That
छोड़ूंगा.
you have to find a way. You have to find a way.
You
And
have, yeah.
in fact, what you very importantly said, being home currently, if you don't have much to do right now because you can't step out, you have to learn to up your skills. You have to do your reading bit. You have to figure out words you can learn. As you said, how you picked up on Zoom. This period I feel right now is for all of us like a reset period because you're actually on a complete pause and you're going to figure out by okay, this is what I missed out on learning earlier. I'm going to pick up on these things right now because that's
Yes.
the only way you are going to be motivated once things start coming your way, once work projects start coming your way. You need to collaborate with people. You need to work with people. You can't tell them, boss, मैं 3 महीने के लिए कुछ नहीं कर रहा था. You will
You,
have to be.
you
You
have
will
to be
have to
upgrade
be.
yourself. You have to upgrade yourself. Like, see, I have a lot of friends, like, oh, see, Shweta Kapoor, she's a great, basically, she hosts all shows superbly well. And she also, like, come on, as a host, right, you have to be in a event. You have to host
Correct.
something, you have to be in an event. अभी वो event तो हो ही नहीं रहा है, लेकिन still she managed to do a award ceremony via on Zoom. Okay, now
Oh,
that
wow.
is, yeah, now come on, you're hosting being at home. Okay, you need to still be charged. You need to have the same energy on you because you're not on a
Yeah, yeah,
set, you're not in
definitely.
front of 10,000 people, you are at home. ठीक है, जहाँ पे आपका पति आपको चाय बना के पिला रहा है, ये कर रहा है, वो कर रहा है, different distractions happening, but you have to focus and you have to still deliver. So this is something everybody is adopting in their own fields. It's not like only
Correct.
me. There are a lot of chefs who have come out. There are a lot of cooks who are doing something. People have started baking. People have started cooking stuff. I feel I have done in past 3 months. I have done masters in jadu pocha. You know, like literally, like कि घर
Yeah.
पे झाड़ू मारना शुरू हो गया, पोछा मारना शुरू हो गया. At the same time, also watching a lot of stuff on OTT. Learning different ways. How can I learn something new? Watching not only Indian films or Hollywood films. I've started watching Korean films. I've started watching Japanese films. Because they have a different mindset. They have a different thought process. So
Correct.
if
Different
you
culture.
culture wise, totally, even if you see cinematography wise, their camera work, and it's so different, lighting is so different, they use colors in such an amazing way, which I started learning in this 3 months when I started watching some Korean films. you know so it was a great thing for me also to, like, just as you are saying, reset, like, okay, चलो मैं ये सीख लिया हूँ, अब मुझे जब लाइफ में मौका मिलेगा सेट पे जाने का, तब मैं जाऊंगा और मैं ये टेक्निक उधर अप्लाई करूंगा, ये टेक्निक वहां पे अप्लाई करूंगा. Because I would say, see, cinematography is all about, camera has its own language. Okay. In filmmaking, as a script, there is a camera which is tracking in. Why it's tracking in? Why there is a focus shift happening from this character to that character? Why the camera is going on a steady cam following one character? Why the camera is on a jimmy jib and coming from top to down or from down to top? Why the camera is little low angle and not on eye level, because to show that the character is more improv to the as to the script. So this is all different language of camera, right, which you
Yeah,
need to adopt.
correct. The visual picture that you're going to try and portray out to the viewer, the experience you create,
Right.
that has to constantly evolve, and you obviously got to keep working around it. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's all about that. It's all about how you learn it and how it's also cinematography. That's what I'm saying. Cinematography is not about कि अच्छा लेंस लगा लिया, अच्छा शॉट लिया, चलो एकदम डेप्थ ऑफ फील्ड कड़ा के, अरे ब्रो क्या शॉट है, नहीं. That you can apply in weddings, okay, but not in actual filmmaking where you have a script where there are two characters talking, then there is a third character adding, and there is a fourth character adding, and एक ऊपर खड़ा है, एक नीचे खड़ा है, कैमरा लो एंगल है, फिर उधर जाता है. तो all this camera has its own language, which will not come to you in one day. Eventually you keep learning, and then finally you understand that what is the language of the camera, right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes you focus shift. Why you focus shift? Why the camera is on a track going from a wide shot to a close-up shot? Why a camera is on such a top at 10 feet and then comes down to like 2 feet. This is all language of camera, which you understand once you keep working towards it, and you understand once you have a script in your hand. you know
Correct. Correct.
and which is great. That's why I love doing this, because it's something which is always keeps you charged, and it's all these scripts are always different. One project is different from the other one project is different from the other. There's a music video which has a different total camera work. There is a corporate film with a total there's a short film which has a total different camera work. Now how that's why it's great to, like, you are always doing different projects where you are also upgrading yourself, and I always think, like, with light wise, why the light is falling from the earth. Just as I told you, I learned lighting more from nature really taught me lighting. Trust me,
Yes.
there is nothing else but nature who taught me absolute lighting. Until unless I keep colors
Light and
away.
shadow.
Yeah, like shadows, playing with the shadows. Why there is only I love shadows in my frames. I always have like to have one shadow somewhere or the other in the frame,
Yeah.
because it
Yeah.
just adds to the script. And that contrast look. I don't want to be jugmug lighting. I would like to have like a contrast lighting where one light is going from the window and maybe that light is only falling, like giving a bounce on the character's face. एक लाइट से आप 2-3 काम भी कर सकते हो if you are smart enough. you know
Correct. Correct.
And then it also depends about the art, how art is there around you. You need to have few colors of the wall. If your wall is really white, then it really helps you to bounce the light well. If your room color is really dark, then it absorbs the light. Now these are all techniques where and it's understanding okay, color of the wall should be little bit this, little bit that, so that I can use my lighting in such a way. So this is all comes in pre-production, right? Where you go with an art director, you discuss with him like, what do you think will be the light? अभी लड़की का रूम है तो people feel अरे थोड़ा पिंक होना चाहिए. Okay, पिंक है, डायरेक्टर को पिंक चाहिए, पिंक रखो, लेकिन लाइट पिंक रखना कि मेरा लाइट वो बाउंस करेगा. डार्क
Correct,
पिंक मत
correct,
रखना
correct.
कि वो लाइट को ऑब्जॉर्ब कर ले, कि मेरा वो लाइट के लिए फिर मुझे एक दूसरा लाइट लगाना पड़े. And plus nowadays, what, after this COVID scenes, I feel budgets are not going to be like before. ठीक है, budgets are going to slash everywhere because brands don't have money, producer doesn't have money, this doesn't have money, that doesn't have money. कम काम में अच्छा काम करो. So now this techniques will work well, where with minimum lighting you can show maximum stuff.
Correct, correct.
How can you light up a room or a scene in a way where you don't use multiple lightings but less lighting, and then you still deliver what you have exactly done. So it's all going to be magic in that way for sure. Are the people joining back? I think they are joining back. I feel I'm surprised.
Yeah, there are no, no, there are some of them joining back. In fact, I should have realized earlier only we're going to have a long conversation. I should have pushed them to extend to part two. It was actually my mistake.
It's
So
okay.
anyway, so another part very quickly we're going to also talk about. Now you spoke about obviously how the wall color using different lights, the director's vision, the camera, painting that picture. During all this, I'm sure because there are so many other collaborators in the same set that you're working with, if there is a clash of ego, there's a clash of creative differences or creative opinions,
Hmm.
how do you tackle those things? I mean, I know you're positive. I know you'll obviously, think of some very humble way of figuring it out. But on set, when it comes to reality, how does this, how tough is it to face such a situation down to still get the end desired result that you wanted to?
So as I told you earlier, like in our previous this thing, Insta live, like when we had like 9:30 somewhere around, like keep your ego at home. Ego घर पे रखो. Creativity lao set पे. First thing, now see it's a multi-crew job, man. It's not one man job. It's not a one-man army thing where there gonna be
Correct.
ego clash. I have faced it sometimes, like now because I also do drone operating. After learning underwater, after learning cinematography, of course, drone was my next thing which I want to learn, and I want to learn how to operate a drone, which I did. And sometimes it has happened where I have gone on the set as a drone operator. Okay, there is a different DP who is doing the main game, and I'm only taking the aerial shots. But the DP does not know that I am also a DP. Okay. Now he does not know. ठीक है, जो सब चलेगा नहीं है, उसको नहीं पता है भाई कौन प्रेमल रावल थोड़ी अमिताभ बच्चन है जो सबको पता होगा. ठीक है, नहीं पता. Okay, I appreciate. Then what happens is sometimes I on the set I know what is gonna say. ये वाला इधर से shot, ये वाला इधर से shot, ये वाला इधर. मेरे दिमाग में वो map बन गया already. Because I also
Yeah.
think as a DP, I know what is that. So I know what drone shots is gonna see. I always think कि मुझे पता है यही बोलने वाला है. उससे अलग मैं क्या करूँ मैं वो सोचता हूँ. ठीक है. So once happened that DP is like, so you have to take this shot as a straight track in, and I looked at him like हाँ, and he's like हाँ क्या कर रहा है, देखो पता है ना क्या करने का है, हाँ क्या कर रहा है. And I was like, okay, Premal, understand you are a drone wala here. Okay, literally I've heard this drone wala kidhar hai, drone wala kidhar hai, and I'm like drone wala kya hota hai yaar. What is this drone wala? Ye drone wala kaun hai, dude? Now one day prior I'm on my set on doing a commercial for Hero Honda where I have my own vanity and my own room. Next day I'm doing a shot as a project with a drone operator. Okay, अब can you imagine the transition? राइट, सडनली एक दिन पहले मेरे पास मेरा खुद का वैनिटी वैन है, वहां पे डीओपी लिखा है, दूसरे दिन मैं किधर ड्रोन ऑपरेटर बन के जाता हूं तो कोई बोलता है अरे ड्रोन ऑपरेटर किधर है, ड्रोन वाला किधर है. तो इट जस्ट लाइक इट जस्ट गिव्स यू दैट हिट. बट keep the ego at home. That's what I tell myself. Premal, no stress. Maybe he does not know. Maybe even if he knows, he's acting smart. Or whatever is the scene, dude. It's their thing. It's okay. You don't need to get hyper. You don't need to expect anything. Only expect one thing: epic shot. I need to take an epic shot, because once you start on set, once you start hitting the egos with each other, right? Nobody's gonna get harmed. Only your project will be harmed. Your film will be harmed, and which I don't want.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't want my work to be bad. I don't want that film which I'm working here, I'm getting paid for, to be bad. You know, I want that thing to be really perfect and epic. So let me just keep these things aside and only give an epic shot. You know, whatever is the ego, I will discuss it later. Or maybe I have a word with the producer, and I don't need to really show myself off. कि मैं भी DP हूँ, मेरे को भी पता है ये तो तू क्या बोलने वाला है. I am here.
Yeah,
How can
yeah.
I shut his mouth? Is by taking a shot which he has not even imagined, and that
Correct,
happened.
correct.
You know,
You
intense
gotta
drone
let your work,
operating. Sorry.
yeah. You gotta let your work talk, I'm saying. Absolutely.
Exactly, your work will speak by itself. You don't need to like get hyper on this. Like, okay, ये क्या बोल रहा है, ड्रोन वाला बोल रहा है, अभी इसको दिखा रहा हूँ मैं. You know, ऐसा नहीं. ठीक है, ऐसा शॉट लूंगा ना जो वो भी घूम जाएगा ड्रोन के जैसा. अरे ये तो मैं सोचा ही नहीं था, ये कहाँ से निकाल के लाया, right? And it happened. You know, मैं ऐसा 2-3 शॉट ले गया कि वो बंदा बोल रहा है, dude, okay, great, I like this shot. You know, क्योंकि people want when camera goes up, everything looks great. ड्रोन पर्सपेक्टिव से जो भी कैमरा जैसे ऊपर गया, अरे एपिक, अच्छा लग रहा है. अब मेरे को वो नहीं दिखाना है भाई, मुझे कुछ अलग करना है उसमें, क्योंकि ड्रोन कैन गो 180, इट कैन गो बर्ड्स आई, इट कैन डू सो मच ऑफ स्टफ, इट कैन गो रियली क्लोज.
Yeah, yeah.
So basically that's what. So always keep your ego aside. Go on set. There will be clashes, but it's a team's job. It's not one man army job. There is a lot of people who are giving their opinions. Appreciate their opinions. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Good. Listen to them. I also thought that time when the DP said, "तूने सुना कैसे हाँ बोल रहा हवे में?" You know, with that ego. You know, I just kept. I said I learned from that, and I think I should learn to listen more. I think give more reaction. क्योंकि मेरे दिमाग में already short चल रहा है. ठीक है, अब मैं सुन रहा हूँ उसको, लेकिन he thought maybe I'm not giving a भाव or something like that. So
Yeah,
I think I learned from myself, like, dude, I think I should like हाँ आंखों में आंख डाल के बोलो हाँ, yes, yes, because there is agency, there is everybody who is giving their ideas, director has his own vision, so it's a collaborative thing, you know. So respect everybody's vision, and then if you want to do what you have in your mind, just do that, but listen to it. So then you will avoid egos, you know. Then everybody will be satisfied. अरे हमको मिल रहा है जो चाहिए और सब उनको सुन भी रहे हैं, मतलब इधर भी खुश उधर भी खुश, सब खुश, प्रोजेक्ट भी अच्छा निकल गया, and you go happy home with any grudges, you know. But if you have ego, then you fight with this, you fight with, and also showing an ego can throw you out of the industry, man. You know, it's very, people will say, I don't want to work with this guy. लो कैसा ego दिखाता है, बेकार आदमी है, नहीं काम करने का इसके साथ. You know, भले कितना भी अच्छा शूटिंग करता हो, लेकिन इतना ego नहीं चलेगा. So that is also there. People will not appreciate ego. So always I keep my ego at home. Well, I will come with creativity, max creativity. Give me whatever stuff I have. And now this is the time. In COVID time, you have to learn how to be creative in minimum gears and show maximum. And also now the shooting times are not going to be like you can shoot for 12 hours and 18 hours. Now 8 hours only. So now how you are fast, how you are amazing, you know, how you can just do it with like on the spot. How can you get your stuff done, and you know, in few hours you can get a whole script out. How that is up to me now. So I have to also develop that thing in me. अब तक मैं वो set पे गया नहीं हूँ कि मैं अब तक वो experiment नहीं कर पाया हूँ. लेकिन I know that very well that once I go on set, I know I will get this work things done in lesser time, maximum stuff. You know, I think I spoke a lot on ego today, but yeah, it's true.
No, but it's right, because that's one of the main thing which hampers your creative freedom of work. It will not let you get the desired result if you're always constantly going to be thinking about revenge or lack of respect or not figuring how to work together as a team. You're absolutely right. It's going to affect your work at the end of the day, and that's going to affect your credibility as a creative person. So you have to sort of adapt to learning to keep that ego back home. You know, carry थोड़ा shoulder पे थोड़ा weight आता है, जेल लो थोड़े टाइम के लिए.
Jail लो,
Get
yeah.
let the work talk and let that work speak for itself.
Exactly. And once they see it now, they automatically understand. You know, वो शूट पे भी ऐसा है. I don't want to take names, but वो शूट पे भी ऐसा हुआ कि वो जो बोला मेरे को क्या सुन रहा है क्या नहीं सुन रहा है. Once he saw the shots, that DP said, "अरे, you know, my focus pull also wants to learn drone, and can you help him with this, that, you know." So it's something about where then you feel good, like chalo, it's getting appreciated, you know, and everything gets normal and everybody are happy, bro. But that's the final thing, you know. Your work should not be hampered for any ego scenes at all, until and unless it's really a serious matter, you know.
Correct.
Where
So in fact, I'm assuming you started shooting on the drone very recently. Someone asked a question: have you ever maybe seen or faced any drone injuries or crashes while shooting on set?
कभी ड्रोन से इंजरी हुआ है क्या सर? Or maybe crash? Oh, this is Darshan. I'm telling you right, because I forgot his name, man. Darshan from Chennai. I met him. Yeah, and that is also a crazy story. How this guy, man, this guy Darshan was asked this question. I was shooting in Coimbatore, and he came on his bike to. He saw my Insta story where I'm shooting. Okay, and he just saw, Arey, Premal Raval is shooting maybe in Coimbatore, Arey, in Pondicherry, right? So he actually started left from his house on his bike from Chennai to come all the way to Pondicherry to look for me and meet me. And I was also surprised, like, अरे ये बंदा ने तो बड़ा risk ले लिया यार, वहाँ से bike पे से आ गया. Then, but it was great. I really appreciate that gesture. So then I spoke to the production, and the production was also surprised कि यार अभी आज तक life में ऐसा कुछ देखा नहीं है कि कोई ऐसा bike पे आ गया किसी को Insta story देख के. So then we kept him on set. Sorry.
It's a 4-hour journey, in fact, from Chennai to Pondicherry.
I think, yeah, he took that much of time. He took that much of time, but he just saw my story that I'm shooting in Pondicherry near a lighthouse, and he managed to come there, man. He managed tracking me via my story because he doesn't have my number, and maybe he's calling me or messaging me, but I'm not. I'm on shoot, dude. तभी मैं मेरा phone, Instagram, ये सब message नहीं देखता हूँ, right? I'm just, my head is thinking about constantly about the script and about what can I do and this that. But this guy managed to trace me from somewhere, and then the production. He comes and meets the production first. और प्रोडक्शन वाला मेरे पास आता है कि सर आपका को मिलने के लिए कोई आपका फैन है. मैं बोला पौंडीचेरी में मेरा कोई फैन, मैं पहली बार पौंडीचेरी आया और ये क्या है. And then I see this guy away from it, and he kept him away because he was like, unknown people को मेरे को अब तक मेन क्रू के पास लाना नहीं है until unless the main crew says let him come. So I said, of course, bro, let's watch this game. Let me see what's going on. He came and we spoke, and then and then I was very surprised. And then he basically, I thought like, now he has done so much of big journey, and I have still 3 days of shoot left. Why don't I involve him? Now he wants to learn cinematography. He has come here all the way. अब उसको prize तो मिलना चाहिए ना. उसका ऐसे कैसे मैं उसको घर पे भेज दूँ. तो फिर we managed to basically get him on board, and director was also surprised, and he's like, अरे भाई ले इसको. और फिर मैंने I give him the camera also to operate. मैं बोला, until unless you're not gonna hold camera, how are you gonna learn? You know. So that's the best thing, where as a student, he's a student and he was learning, and then suddenly I gave him a camera in hand, and he's observing me how I'm focusing, what is going on, and then he's like, dude, don't stress, just operate and see how it's gonna really work good. You know, it's gonna really work amazing. And it actually worked for him. I think he was happy and he had a great time. So about drone injury, I have gone through few drone injuries. I have also crashed drones in life. Not recently, but when I was learning, Phantom 1. Phantom 1, DJI Phantom 1 was a drone which I used to fly it with GoPro on it. Okay. Now when you are flying with a GoPro, you don't have, आजकल मेरा जो drone है अभी, उसमें मेरे को video output दिखता है कि drone क्या दिख रहा है मुझे मेरे phone पे दिख रहा है display पे. ठीक है. लेकिन वो Phantom 1 में वो नहीं था. It was just imagine what is the wide of how wide is your lens, you know, and with that perspective, my drone is at that height, taking that shot which is in my head here standing down. So it involved a lot of practicing. So I practice and imagine, okay, drone का ये width है, ये 23 mm पे दिखता है, तो कैसे दिखेगा, उधर से क्या दिखेगा, और वो हिसाब से I used to shoot. So during that time, I crashed my drones once or twice where I didn't manage to understand. Now see, in today's drone, I know on my iPad, it shows me 84% battery. Now at that time, there was no display only. Okay. और मुझे calculate करना है कि 5 minute का, basically 5 minutes of battery life is there. So now sometimes I miscalculated it, or I could see my drone coming really fast down. No, bro, I'm not getting that fast down. ये क्या हो रहा है? मेरा तो उंगली ऐसे आ रहा है, I can see my drone crashing, dude. ठीक है? Oh my God.
I think that's all experiential learning.
Sorry?
All experience-based learning that was.
Yeah, it was all experience-based learning. Like, you know, it was like about, because you're not getting an output on your drone, and you have to get the shot done. Now, drone is at that height, at that really, like around 50 feet or 40 feet or 400 meters above. And now you have to imagine what that drone is seeing from that angle, and then take the shot, get the drone down, and check on your GoPro कि कैसा था shot. Right. So this was my early stage of learning, but then drones started improving. Phantom 2 aaya, 3 aaya, 4 aaya, 4 Pro aaya, and I got all drones from DJI 1 till Phantom 4 Pro. I have all drones with me. You know, like, yeah, like I still have my Phantom 1 with me.
So amazing. So during this lockdown, have you managed to get a nice drone shot of the lockdown city? Some
Yes, I
parts of
did.
it, at
I
least.
actually did it because now see, I had my own drone and Bombay lockdown was like Mumbai lockdown. I've never seen Mumbai. I stay on a Marway road and I've never seen a Marway road like this silence at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right? And I stay on a high-rise building. So I was like, this is a great opportunity. I think I should just save some shots in my archive. ऐसे भी मैं काम नहीं कर रहा हूँ तो किसको drone shot बेच के कमाऊंगा? You know, now see, this is again creativity comes here. Like यार अभी ऐसे नहीं जो ऐसे पैसे कमाने हैं, लेकिन कुछ तो करना है, right? So I
Yeah,
went up there on my 13th floor, and I actually from Malad all the way I flew drone till Kandivali end till almost Borivali, 4 kilometers
oh,
approximately.
the
Like
range.
straight.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, my
So
drone's
the range
capacity is
is
7 kilometers. I can fly till 7 kilometers. So I
okay.
flew. I didn't take much risk. I flew it till 4 kilometers, and I took some nice link road shots, highway shot, Marway Road ka shot, and empty streets, and like just collected in my archive and kept it. Like whoever will need in future, I know some of the other buddies gonna make a documentary on this Mumbai lockdown, and they will need such shots. So then, and actually it worked because I did one project with Royal Enfield where few drone operators around the India, they came together and they shared this. Basically they made
Mhm.
compiled the drone shots and they made something out of it. So over there
Oh, wow.
I sold my shots. Then there were few talks happening with Wise India where they wanted few shots of Mumbai lockdown. So there I managed to still were under talks, but like I managed to like at least sell like 4, 5, 6 seconds of shot here and there, and not that great money, but something out of nothing. Something is better than nothing,
No, but
anyways.
yeah, it still kept your creativity alive. That's the most important part. You were still
Exactly. Now
motivated to
nobody
do
told
that.
me about this कि चलो ड्रोन शॉट लो. कोई बोला नहीं. ये सिर्फ दिमाग में आया कि भाई चलो ये perfect time. I can't get out the house. I know, but I can go on my terrace. You know, and I can fly a drone
Yeah,
there, and there is no stress.
absolutely.
Yeah, and actually what happened is like because somebody in my building complained also that कोई ड्रोन उड़ रहा है, कोई ड्रोन उड़ रहा है, ये वो, and then and the cops के साथ basically the cops came to the building also, and then I told cops like, hey, I was flying drone, I have a license, this is my license, and the cops are like, no, we were looking for drone operators, we want help in surveillance, that's why we came. And I was like, okay. I thought you have came to like, they were like, no, we want drone operators right now who can help us in doing surveillance during lockdown time. This is very initial stage. Like this was like end of March, first week of April. Right.
Correct,
So
correct.
it was actually great. And I mean, I was actually first photoed, like, अरे बोला police वाट लगाएगा. लेकिन actually they said that no, we came to know there's somebody flying drone and really we want drone operators right now. So
Amazing.
I help cops in my area to, look like just do surveillance, this, that.
Yeah.
But they took all the footage. They didn't give me any footage. And I was like, paisa bhi nahi de raha, footage to they at least.
Sir, I have the creative rights of the footage.
Yeah, but they didn't. They transferred all the footage, and they were like, sorry, and they were like, I told them, ऐसे नहीं ये hard drive चाहिए. They also managed to get a hard drive, man, and damn it, they took all the footage. But it's okay, no
Yeah, I
stress.
mean,
At
it's
least I was able to serve during this difficult time to our COVID warriors, in my own style. I know that I
yeah,
can't go to as a doctor or as something else, but as a creative drone operator, I can at least help our COVID warriors in something which I can be helpful to them. So I helped cops in doing that, which was
yeah,
great.
yeah. And again, unknowingly.
Totally unknowingly, man. Totally. I did once and then twice. Secondly, when I was going for a grocery shopping, I stopped by because they had put a nakabandi. I asked cops like, okay, I'm a drone operator, and if you need any help, they took my number. They said definitely will call you if you need more help. Thank you. But they said very clearly, पैसा नहीं मिलेगा. बोला bro, पैसा पूछ भी नहीं रहा है. पैसा नहीं पूछ रहा है. मैं मदद
Like
दे
it,
रहा हूँ. I'm asking like
correct.
if you
Yeah.
need my help, I'm there to serve you. I have no expectations of money here. It's only if I can serve you, that's my money. It's something like that.
Amazing, amazing. So, I mean, we pretty much covered a lot of things. Few things I think we can probably deduce from a lot of the conversation stories. Few things that come to mind about discussing who you are, how you are as a person. I think you love what you do, which is very important when you are a creative person,
Right.
and you have to have that flair for constantly keep going ahead. You are not afraid of taking risks. You love those challenges that come your way, and above everything, I think you're so humble and true to yourself, which is why I believe that uh, you know people just want to work with you. People around you are happy working with you, and you're being supportive. You're all about the recognition. You're all about helping. Like even this, this fan who rode all the way from Chennai to Pondicherry just to meet you. I mean, in any other case, a person would have normally just turned them off or said, I'll catch up with you later. But you literally handed in the camera. I mean, I can just imagine कि उसके मन में and that heart, how much respect he had got for you at that particular moment when he said, "Listen, buddy, come on set. Here's a camera. Come shoot with me." I mean, it's just, I'm saying it right now and I'm feeling so excited about it. There's one thing where I think we really missed out on. I think someone asked us a second time right now. Is the Namami Gange song.
Yeah.
When you got that project, how did that project transpire? How did you get it? What is the preparation, the hard work that you put in for that, shot when you went up north? What was the whole story like?
So Namami Gange was something which I came to me via the director. I knew the director very well, Deepika Chandrasekhar from Chennai. Okay, and I had met her. She was actually, I went to Chennai for I think I was doing a documentary on surfboarding in Chennai, and
Nice.
she was producing it, and I met her there. Okay, and then she saw my work, and then we connected very well because she picked me up from the airport and we went all the way to Mahabalipuram together. So we all the way we spoke and we gelled well and we connected well. So Deepika Chandrasekharan. So then after we finished that, she saw a few work of mine, she liked it, and then she knows the producers of Namami Gange song, Trichur Brothers, and she is a very good friends with the singer of the song also, Vayu. Okay, so she said that, hey, we have got this project and we have to prove to the government that we can deliver something this quality work. Okay, so maybe we have to do a pilot film for that to show it to the government, and then maybe we'll get main monies to do it in a proper way. And pilot money mein paisa nahi tha. But they sponsored my trip all the way from here to Varanasi and back. We wanted to shoot in Varanasi because that's the main hub of Ganga and the look and feel, and it's a very photogenic place. Yeah. So me and Deepika, basically no money involved, nothing involved, just passion. Said that okay, let's not no cess, no money, but at least a great project, a great song, and all our friends. So let's do this. So we went there. We stayed for 2 days. I skipped my Diwali in Bombay at that time, and I went to Varanasi, and me and Deepika were like, they're staying there for 2 days, and we shot whatever was possible in those given situations. Came back, she went back to Chennai, she cut down the song, and then we pitched it to the government. Okay, the Trichur brothers, who are the composer of the songs, and government loved it, and then they said, let's do this thing on a full-fledged. Let's cover Ganga from Gangotri, where it starts from.
That's correct.
Oh man, that was a crazy experience. We started hiking at -degrees at 2:30 in the night to go there to take a sunrise shot at Gangotri. So in the night we were, yeah man, and it was so cold, and we were not using a big camera. We were using, I think 1DX Mark II, and then we shot on red also. But for that situation to go at that height, we didn't had that crew, and we don't wanted to take this big tamja. Okay, so we thought to less people will go there, we'll shoot it. So I had to really put this 4 batteries inside my underwears. So I wear my underwear, I put those batteries near my bum, and then I wear inners. उसके ऊपर एक और layer jeans, और उसके ऊपर मेरा एक और layer. Because it's cold, and then that's how we managed to keep the batteries warm so that I trek for 4 hours, and then over there I can shoot. Otherwise, if I trek for 4 hours and in this cold, I will lose battery until the time I reach there. Yeah, right? Normally you have warm bags. Normally you have warmers for that, but there was no warmers. We didn't have warmers at that time. So we basically, on the spot, I figured out it's cold, damn it. If we have 4 batteries, I know this is going to drain out. ये तो जाएगा सीधा पीछे.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, so it was great. So we did that, and then what happened is it was like a long shoot. It was like a 15-day shoot. Sundarban जाना है, फिर कोलकाता बंगाल में वहाँ पे वो गंगा मैच है तो वहां पे जाना है. फिर हर or what was it? I think we started from Gangotri, came down, and then like it's a whole Ganga route, right? So apparently I had a different shoot lined up during those dates. So then they hired Dinesh Karke, DP. He's in Chennai. He lives in Chennai, well-known DP. And so it was him, and then some parts I did, and I did all the drone shots. So they were like basically
Okay.
divided work between two DPs, and all the drone
Amazing.
shots were mine, and then Gangotri part and few other part were my stuff, and he had done Sundarban and Varanasi and all. So it's like a two DPs and one drone operator, which was me only. So eventually it was a mixed combination, and it was like collaboration, and had to finish this project between that timeline. So I unfortunately missed that part, full part of it, which I would like today. I feel really wish why I was not there at that time, because I would have done the whole project together, you know.
Okay.
But still, it was like, 40,
That,
50% I did.
that first, that first starting shot of that 5 a.m. sunrise,
That's the
that
shot I'm talking
golden.
about. We tracked for a few 4 hours and then saved that battery. Anyhow, managed to save that battery. And I
Wow.
had this intervalometer with me, and we took, because that it's a Ganesh Parvat. The name of the mountain is
Yeah,
Ganesh Parvat.
yeah, that's correct. Correct,
Yeah.
Sagar,
So
correct.
as per the script, we wanted that first light of the sun hitting that Parvat, and it's golden in color, right? So to
Wow.
take that shot, we have to track in the night, because अगर sunrise के बाद पहुंचे तो कोई फायदा ही नहीं है. So it was
Yeah, yeah,
great. Like we started trekking in like early morning, like like cold, and like it's like it was fun, but it was fun. See that's what again cinematography is all about. You will work in minus degrees to plus 48, 50 degrees, man.
yeah.
You will work
Your
anywhere.
adventures.
Yeah,
Your
you have to
lens
be
is
fit.
adventures with you now.
Sorry, didn't get you. What are you saying?
Your lens has been on too many adventures with you now.
Yeah, you can say that, man. It was like it was like crazy. It was like early morning, but it was fun. Namami Gange was really fun. Like I enjoyed doing that part of it, the starting part of it, especially because going to Gangotri is only magical, man. That place is magical. You can still
Yeah.
understand how this water is coming from here. ये शुरू कैसे हो रहा है? So it's a really a great experience to be there and part of it. So and I was glad that I was during that time I was there, and that trekking really made me feel and learn something new out of it totally. So it was great.
Amazing, amazing. So I'm going to quickly come to one more question. Someone asked sometime back. I just missed it. Uh, do you love Roger Deakins?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Roger
So Roger
Deakins, bro,
Deakins.
is a great DP, dude. Like, have you seen his films? Like, he's one more guy at that age. He's adopting such new styles of working. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, come on,
Blade
like,
Runner, Skyfall.
sorry.
I'm saying Blade Runner, Skyfall.
Oh yeah, man, Blade Runner, Skyfall, and not even his latest films, man. Like it's just 1971. Like, come on, dude, they adopted a
Oh,
one
wow.
take totally, and how they did that, and something which was like crazy, how they adopted that camera to be, like come on, it's like they had to make a camera which goes on a crane from a Steadicam to a handheld in one shot. They had to decide what camera we have to use, how this is heavy, how it's gonna be, how they designed it in that way. Because it's cinematography is all about also about lot of about learning about weights and about also light and how you're gonna manage to get
Yeah.
everything done in one shot. So it's something which is really for me it's like respect. And like I can't wait for something like this that I will do something like this. Because
For
I'm not
sure,
like an
for sure.
established DOP here sitting down there, right?
It's,
I'm also on my
those
way of
days,
learning a lot of new
yeah.
things.
No, but those days are coming very soon.
Hope so, man. Hope
I
so. I
can,
really, really,
I can
really
feel it. I
wish
can
for
feel it.
that. I would like to do
I
such a
think your,
script where it shows a lot of camera work and it shows a lot of different camera style and how camera goes from A to B to C to D in one take. It's just fun. It's just super fun.
I
So that's
think
why I
your
respect him.
wallpaper, I think your wallpaper behind you speaks, itself. You're aiming for the space. I'm sure tomorrow, one day, there's going to be some amazing shoot with Premal up in a rocket, doing some mad shots out there, and coming back to the country.
Wish, man. I was like looking Chandra and going. I was like, मैं इस पे क्यों नहीं हूँ?
In
And this
fact,
this wallpaper
yeah,
is like it's just I have a projector, so I think it just works well.
yeah,
And like I thought this is the great wallpaper to have. I don't want to have a plain wall. You know, like if in my work, if
Yeah.
I have amazing frames, I think for my Insta live also I should have something amazing looking frames. It should not be like simple. You know, so then
Correct.
I just downloaded this wallpaper and I kept it as my background and have something little different. You know.
Okay, so one very quick last question. I think it's
Uh-huh,
taking too much of
bindas. No, no, that's okay. I'm just enjoying
your
it.
fan from Chennai, the
Sorry?
one who wrote down, your fan from Chennai, the one who wrote down to come meet you in Pondicherry,
Uh-huh.
he's asked you, what's the story behind your tattoo?
Oh, my tattoo. It's see, it's obvious. I'm a huge Shiva fan. You know, it's a huge is really like from my really early days of my life. You know, I come from a very spiritual family. You know, and always my grandma and my dad used to like tell me a lot of stories. You know, of all the gods. But out of all the gods, I really got attracted towards Shiva. You know,
Not sure.
his character, the way he is, the way he dresses himself up, the way he has responded to few situations in his life. These are all mythological stories. We don't know it happened, it didn't happen, but we don't need to go there at all. You know, you just
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
pick up a character. I don't know if Ram was there or he was not there. I don't know if Shiva was there, was not there. But if you just pick up one characteristics from their life and put it in your life, you will flourish. You
That's
know,
true. That's true.
you don't need to know that they were there or not there, because it doesn't make any difference to my life, this life at all anyways, right? But if I
Yeah,
pick up
yeah.
one good character from Shiva, from Ram, from any other god, and I just put it in my life, I'm just gonna flourish. Like, and it's definitely, you're
Yeah.
not gonna look back, you're always gonna look forward to it. So Shiva is something which I
Yeah.
got really attracted to in a very early stage of my life, and really follow him full power. So I thought, like, if I have a tattoo, I will have a tattoo of him always, and always on my back, because so he has his hands on my back all the time. And trust me, there is
Yeah.
some energy who has got me saved through biting a gharial from a stonefish biting underwater. Now, this all situations, I'm just not talking, is also I've experienced it. I could have died there, man. I could have died underwater there. The gharial could have bit me more crazily, you know. But it's the energies around you which are taking care of you. It's just about belief. If you believe, you believe it. If you don't believe, you don't believe. But for me, it is strong, because after coming out from such experiences where it had could be a disaster, but just little bit things happen, it's because there is, blessings of
Yeah,
God, blessings of those energies who are
there
taking
is,
care of me, man. Which
correct,
is
correct.
true.
Yeah,
So that's
there is some
that's the
force.
thing, darshan behind my tattoo thing. I want to have this tattoo always, anyways. You know.
No, definitely. There's always some force that is, with you, and you found your force. It's great because that's what's pushing you in your creative energy and your will to do work. Again, Premal, I really can't thank you enough. You've shared some amazing stories with us.
Thank you, thank
You've
you.
shown your passion. You've shown people what it means to actually love your work, like constantly love what you do. And you don't just strive कि भाई मेरा क्या होगा, कैसे होगा, क्या होगा. No, let's get the work done. Let's put in your best. Leave the rest up to
Yeah,
the
just
people.
just 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 don't stop. Keep doing your best stuff. I would also like, I keep getting messages on Instagram about from a lot of aspiring filmmakers. Sir, what is the difference between photography and cinematography? What can I do? I'm just learning. What can I do that I can grow as a cinematographer? And I always tell everybody the same thing, that see, nobody's going to hold your hand and tell you, चल मेरे बाद DP बनाता हूँ, चल मेरे लिए फीचर, संजय लीला बंसल आके नहीं हाथ पकड़ने वाला बोलता है चल मेरा अगला फिल्म शूट कर. नहीं, it's you have to create your own. And I always tell everybody that it's that, make a group, connect with your friends, meet some artists, tell them I can do a music video for you, and let me, you sing a song, I will shoot it, and slowly develop your reel, because that's how you're going to grow. Nobody's going to hold your hand and make you a DP or a director or something like that. It's all about your circle, your own network, and own work. That's why I
Correct.
started learning in this lockdown. I started learning editing, because I learned editing in my film school, and I have idea of, like, what are different types of cuts I can do. But then I had time. I started learning more of Adobe Premiere. Like, let me get into this thing more and edit my own reel. So I edited my own underwater reel, which I'm gonna release it soon. And I also edited my 2020 cinematography reel, which I'm gonna release it soon. So I started learning with my help of my friends, with my editor friends like Chandy and
Right.
Rohan, and these are people who are like, they are great editors, and I can take help from them, and I know they will gonna advise me the best thing. So like just taking advices from people, I started learning editing. So this was also a great thing which I did in lockdown. I started थोड़ा by थोड़ा कुछ अलग सीखते हैं जो मेरे काम तो अभी मैं next time when I go on shoot, I know I can cut this shot from that shot, and I can cut this from that. It becomes more easy, and you start editing in your mind. So as I said, always keep upgrading, always keep upgrading. Never stop.
Nice. Nice. Okay. So I think
So her meditation is
if you
going
want
great.
one
Thank you so much. I mean, sorry, so
meditation,
yeah, I've started like doing
then
my latest also editing, and also like it's been 2 months. I've been meditating regularly every day. I've been used to of being all the time out of the house. Never stayed inside home. Always traveling, always this, that, and suddenly I
yeah,
had to now stay at home.
sorry. I don't know. I think you went off for a minute.
Yeah, so I was just saying that, like I had to, always being at home, right? So now this, I don't want to this mental trauma hit me, like, okay, mental issues आने लग गए, क्या हो रहा है, मैं घर पे क्यों हूँ, ये नहीं, वो नहीं. So the best part was to like meditate, balance yourself. This is also one thing which I started learning in me, and then we had this collaborative thing on Zoom where Atul Mangolia, the actor who was taking this 5-day class of with Artist Collective. So I took that, and after that thing got over, I continued learning. And initially, I was like 5-10 minutes, and now I can easily like sit for 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and like focus. So it helps me. It's great. So yeah, so that was the thing that's great, and my meditation techniques are going perfect. Practices are going great. Thank you.
Good. Balancing the mind and the creative energy.
Yeah, man, you have to balance. Otherwise, you can go haywire.
Good. All right. Premal, I'm not going to take any more of your time. Again,
Yeah,
thank you
man.
so
I
much.
think we spoke for 1 more hour. I guess. I think.
Yeah, I think this also was less. Trust me, we need to meet soon. We need to have a Zoom call with the fans and followers who are looking forward to a lot of your work.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
many again people are saying you're my inspiration. So we love your work. You
Thank you.
guided
Thank
us.
you. Makes me feel
Amazing,
good.
amazing.
Makes me feel motivated.
All right. Thank you again, Premal, for part two of our conversation. This was
Cheers.
fun.
Yeah.
And keep creating, keep doing some good work. We hope to see lots more stuff coming your way.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. I really wish. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Amazing. Okay.
Cheers,
Thank
bro.
you. Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, bro. Bye. Bye.
Okay, so Premal's done. We're going to end the talk. And yeah, I hope you guys had fun. And we're going to see the video later.